Gianni Versace. Versace is one of the most well-known Italian brands established by Gianni Versace. The history behind Gianni Versace. He was born December 2nd, 1946, in Italy. From 1973 to 1977, he designed for a successful Gianni youthful line. He founded his fashion house in 1978 and opened his first boutique in Milan. Versace then went on to extend his business into jewelry and home decor, which included designing luxury furnishings, china, and textiles for your home. A few years later, in 1989, he extended to haute couture. In 1989, he created costumes for the San Francisco Opera, which was one of his side interests he did a lot throughout his career. Versace was credited with inventing the supermodel vogue of 1990 by discovering and featuring major supermodels like Naomi Campbell and Chrissy Turlington. He became known for employing celebrities in his marketing campaigns and seating them in the front row of his fashion shows. He was the first designer to do this. In 1993, he was diagnosed with a rare cancer of the ear. He battled this cancer successfully and began to pass much of his business responsibilities onto his family. July 15, 1997, Gianni Versace was murdered outside of his home. September 1997, Versace's brother Sancho would serve as the new CEO of Versace, while his sister Dantonella had become the new head of design. Some of his iconic garments is the famous safety pin dress that Elizabeth Hurley wore, which is pictured in the bottom right. Princess Diana, who was a good friend of Giovanni, wore many of his designs, including the famous black cocktail dress worn in 1995 for the Apollo 13 film premiere, which is pictured in the middle. Lastly, he was famous for the baby doll dress, which is pictured in the bottom left. Versace was heavily influenced by the Greek and Italian styles. He was very proud of his southern Italian heritage and infused his designs with motifs inspired by historical fashion and art movements. In 1982, he invented a type of super light chainmail called oratim, which is pictured in the top right. He also used a lot of bandage gear, pictured in the bottom left, silver mesh togas, and used a lot of gold and black in his garments. Also, there's Versace's famous decal he uses on almost everything, which is the Greek key around Medusa's head. Versace's target market is women ages 20 years and older who are fashion brave and in the higher social class. His clothing makes women feel strong but sexy at the same time. The clothing is also for people who dress with style and personality. Versace now includes men and children's clothing. Versace is one of the world's leading international luxury brands, which is created by Gianni Versace in 1978 in Italy. Now his sister Dantonella Versace takes over the company. Versace was and still is one of the best well-known luxury brands in the world.